And we are starting our webinar. So hello to everyone who is joined us and still joining. My name is Alexandra. I'm from admission team of International University of Monaco, and I'm here today with Professor Safarov. Hi, Camille.
Hello, Alexandra. Hi, everyone.
So everyone welcome and to our webinar, and the event will be divided in two parts. So the first part, Camille will make the presentation about our program, and in the second part I will present the admission process, and lastly at the end we'll have time to answer your questions. So please write your questions in Q&A section. And Camille, the floor is yours. I think we can start.
Thank you, Alexandra. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here today. Even not taking into account the weather and the hot period. So today I will be presenting you with the Master of Science in Sport Business Management, and definitely we will discuss about the outlines of the program, in general, the learning objectives of the program, and also about the career opportunities and the experiential learning that we offer in the program. So if we are putting the focus on the master program, I would say that nowadays the sport changed the face, so it's became something different that we've known before. So nowadays sport is definitely intersect with the business area, business industries. So to understand the dynamics of the sport businesses became a necessity, and it's definitely a gateway to arrive in a thrilling career opportunities. To kick off things off, let's take a moment reflecting about the sport business management, what is in general and what's it all about. You can be surprised that the sport industry nowadays, it's a multi-billion dollar industry with a very complex ecosystem, and that requires a very specific knowledge, not only about the event management or sport event management, but also you need to understand how the marketing works, how in general the sport governance, administration, and everything. So this master mainly tailor-made for those who are passionate about sport, but who wants also to discover what is it looks like sport industry behind the scene. So definitely, if you are envisioning the career in sport event management or marketing or legacy sport administration, etc., this master it definitely lays in the foundation of your journey. If we are talking about general Master of Science program, you see that we always try to find the specific flavor to be presented, to be in the DNA of the program. So you see here that we focus on, of course, we cannot mention all our flavors, all our courses on this very short presentation, but just to give you the understanding that thanks to this program, you will be able to understand that the complexity of the event management, how to organize, how to plan, and evaluate also successfully sport events. You will also understand the importance of data analytics and the AI, use of AI in sport, and how to interpret the sport related data. Also, you will be able to discover how the digital communication strategy works, and in general, the sport digital strategy, also something that potentially the majority of you are not aware about. It's the emerging technologies. They are not anymore emerging, let's say, blockchain, digital tokens. All clubs are using right now but you will understand how it can be used at the catalysis of the new business models and engagement strategies. last but not least, also esports, and how our professor of esports likes to say that, is it the real sport? Is it the part of the sport industry? Yes, definitely. And the business dynamics of the esports industry, very interesting to discover, because it's completely different from the general sport industry. But still, we integrate nowadays a lot of new, like, classical, let's say, theories or classical management tools that are used in sport area. Now we are trying to introduce them in the esport as well. One of the main interesting points, I would say, the athlete management. This is something that we are used to hear in the general, classical, let's say, sport industry, but how it's applied in the esports, that's something different. So all the things you will be able to discover in in the courses. One of the most important focus within all our master program, we like the concept of the learning by doing. We are using it in our DNA, experiential learning, learning by doing. And for this, we give the opportunity. We are working with two types of professors. So of course, we are the university, so we work with our permanent professor. They are all researchers in a very specific academic field. So they definitely bringing a very theoretical knowledge in class that is normal for the university, let's say. But also on the other side, we are working a lot with the adjunct professor who can be academics as well, but also we like work a lot with the professionals, because they are bringing their professional expertise in class. You will be able to work on the real world projects, discuss the real cases that happened recently, and also all these things you will be doing in the cohort with the classmates coming from all over the world. Speaking generally, in general in the uni, we have around 75 different nationalities. Specifically in the sport business management, we have around 20 different nationalities. So you can imagine how it's multinational, multicultural, and you need to also learn how to work in this kind of environment. If we are talking in general about Monaco, because we are in Monaco, we are lucky being in Monaco, definitely, because if you might know already, of course, if you are listening for me, meaning that you have already idea about what is Monaco, and Monaco is definitely hosts the place which hosts a lot of very high sport international events. Of course, everyone is aware about F1. Everyone is aware about Rolex Master, but we are also this principality also welcome the different fairs, like the Sportel, which is one of the biggest broadcasting fair in the world. EPRI, this is something that it's the part of the DNA nowadays in Monaco as well. Rugby tournament, I mentioned Rolex Master, of course, but also it's the base, it's the location for the different federations. So in Monaco, we know AS Monaco Football Club, but also AS Monaco Basketball Club, and many other federations. So you will be able to learn about this federation, about the legacy in Monaco, about the function of these companies and federation in Monaco. But not only, you will be able also to be exposed to this kind of moments where the events happening in Monaco, and you will be able to see behind the scene, to understand how difficult event management is and how everything is interconnected, and even the small position during F1 become a crazy potential and become a crazy importance. So all the things you will be able to enjoy and to experience by yourself, thanks to our partners, of course. So you see very small sentence about the number of graduates that are staying in Monaco. So you need also to understand that even if the Monaco is the place where they host a lot of sport international events, Monaco is still a very small state. So you need to be prepared that Monaco, it's small state, but sport industry even more smaller, even smaller, because the Monaco sport environment very tight, very interconnected. Everyone knows each other. So your reputation in Monaco, you will build it during your studies. Um, Talking in general about the program. So what we offer that the program, it's a master program. We offer the recognized diploma, official diploma of Monaco, and our diploma recognized everywhere in the world. But differently compared to the, for example, French system or Italian one or German one, our master lasts not 2 years, but only 16 months. So lucky you, you will get your diploma on in a very short and restricted period of time. So in general, the first semester starts in September and lasts till December. And here you mainly will be following the business management courses. You may ask why, but that has a very logical explanation because we are accepting the student from different backgrounds. So no matter which bachelor you did, or like imagine you are graduated from literature, or you get your bachelor in history, and then like 22 years old, and you said, oh my God, I always dreamed to work in sport. What should I do? And we are here. You can apply for this master and then get your diploma in the sport business management. But of course, you need the basic business management knowledge that you haven't had chance to had in your bachelor. So here come our strategy that first semester you will do accounting and forecasting, you will do leadership and management, you will do business strategy courses, so you will understand how in general businesses work. But then, of course, you will have also some specialized courses such as Foundation of Sport Management or Sport International Governance. Then after this, and some seminars as well. Then starting from after the Christmas break, beginning of January till June, you will follow the specialized courses. So here we're deep into this sport marketing, we deepen in the event management, we discover what is sport communication, like social media. You will have chance also to choose 2 electives. So we offer 4 electives and you can choose 2 out of 4. So for example, the sport analytics or social media or sport globalization. Another important elective that we offer is the participation to the IOC competition. This is the competition that that held by the Olympic Committee in Lausanne every year. And our students have participated already to 2 editions. First one, we won the competition. We was the first time winners. And then for the second year, this year, we've got 3rd place. It's always good, but we're trying to achieve the maximum. So we're trying to win, of course. And it's interesting because the IOC competition starts in September, like in October. So it's a little bit cover 2 semesters. And then with the final presentation in Lausanne, so you will be competing with different universities. Last year it was around 26 different universities, India, China, Morocco, Germany, US, Canada. So very international environment and very international competition as well. Then you finish your classes in June, and you continue from June to December, what we call capstone project. So the capstone project can have 4 different options. You can decide to do a professional internship, so to choose an internship in sport industry, of course, or and this is in case, for example, if you have some kind of appetite for the academia and you would like to do maybe PhD or DBA later on, you can decide also to do a research thesis or an applied research project, quite academic part of work. You can also choose the entrepreneurial project, which is more required entrepreneurial skills. If you're aiming to open your company later on after your graduation, this is the project that can be suitable for you. But of course, the program director, the professor are always here to listen for you, to advise you what is more suitable and can match to your identity and persona. It's definitely nice to graduate within 16 months instead of 2 years, but of course you need to be prepared that it's a very short period of time, only 10 months in class. So means by definition that you need to be focused on your studies. You will have a lot of group work, you will have a lot of assignments, courses, you will have also active learning, so experiential learning. So you need to be prepared that it will be intensive. But it's definitely why you're here, to get all this knowledge in a very short period of time. What else? Let's talk about a little bit about the nice part, let's say more fun than the courses. I mentioned already learning by doing, so it's definitely essential for us. And you are working on the real life project, you present your finding in front of the companies, that's important. You will be acting, for example, for one of the courses that called Applied Project. All the students are working on the one with our partner, and you will work with the professor, and you will be assisted, like you will be working at the you will be working as assistant or the consultant company for a real company to resolve some of their issues. The idea that here you are consultant agency, so you propose to your client the real solution that they can integrate. So we worked already for several years with Formula E. This year we worked with the Rolex Master. We are working. We worked also this year with as a rocket team, the basketball team. So these projects are really structured the way that you are helping company, you are advising company, you are the expert of the field, and you need to find a way how the company can improve their fund engagement or sales of the ticketing, or for example to improve the fun experience during the event. So definitely one side, that kind of project, it's relevant for your future career. You can mention even it's in your CV, but also you connect with the professionals in Monaco or outside in Monaco, and that can boost also your future career. We organize every year a field trip. So the field trip, it's an optional learning field trip, and it's here to acquire a deep knowledge and understanding of a very specific geographical area. We are still talking about just sport industry. You've seen some photos 2 years ago, the trip to Lausanne, discovering the function, like the role of the IOC, talking with different federation, understanding the legacy behind it, etc. Last year, Milan, discovering different stadium, different event management companies, marketing agencies, etc. And then last year, London, Wimbledon, of course, Olympic Stadium, Wasserman company, marketing company, and many others. So the field trip here, it's for the networking opportunities, but not only. It also sometimes helps students to understand what they want to do in their career, in their future career later on, because sometimes we can be definitely lost. We know that we want to work in sport, but we have no idea in which area. So can help you to understand the different roles, what kind of persona or skills you need to have for this kind of position. So I think I would advise everyone to do it, because I think it's a good reflection about your career later on. We also organize a lot of different conferences, seminars. For several years, we've hosted the Girls on Track with the Formula E. 2 years ago, we organized a big conference talking about sport and governance. For us, we are still in the academia, we are still university. So the conference, it's also the good way of understanding how sport industry works. Talking about career perspective, that's the main point here. Of course, we have the career center. They are very involved. They start working with you from the beginning. Like in September, you will have first sessions, how to do your CV. And don't tell me that you know to do it, because I see every year the CV of 3 pages when you are 21. That's not normal, guys. So career counseling, you will have specific coach that will be helping you to understand the challenges, the struggles of the sport industry, and how to identify the skills that are necessary to show during the interview, for example. We also organizing like networking events. One of the most important, we during the spring semester, we organize international business days where we invite different companies to come at the uni. It can be online, it can be on site, it can be that the companies are looking already for some of the interns. Then you can apply and then pass your interview. Or it can happen that the companies are just presenting their company, explaining their different positions that they have and what kind of skills they are looking for. Funny thing about this photo, on this photo, it's just for fun, but on this photo you can see our alumni student from, I think, around 10 years already. And she graduated from the sport business management, but now she is the part of the Wasserman team in London, and she's teaching at IUM right now in sport business management. So if you are coming in the uni, you will be glad to create the connection with her. About the placement and career, I wouldn't. So you see the figures from the class of 24. As I mentioned, 50% staying in Monaco. It's not a big amount. You need to be very good to get the position in Monaco. It's very challenging. It's very competitive, but you can do it. And then around 83% are recruited by a multinational company, the 56% working in the sport events, and around 3% are entrepreneurs. I would say potentially for the sport industry, entrepreneurs is the lowest percentage for the sport business management, because what we see now with the sport industry, that mainly when we start our career, where we are junior, we are still need to be in the company, within the company, the established company, so to get experience, and then the entrepreneurial part comes much later. So this is something that you can envision, but within several years. More and more students from US. So the students in the cohort that returning back to US to work there. We have the student working in Miami Stadium. We have the student in Red Bull. We have the student in Alpine, Williams, ATP Tour, etc., etc. So definitely in terms of the career opportunity, of course, you need to be performant, you need to be motivated, but everything is possible. Um, I think it's done, my part. So I definitely
Yeah.
try to give you a very quick picture of this master, very shortly, and then I leave the floor to Alexandra to explain you the process of the application and admission, and I'm waiting for your question later on.
Thank you, Camille. So regarding the admission, how the process works, it works completely online. To start your application, you need to go on our website, and I'm really glad to see some of participants that are already passing the interviews. So you will get your results very soon. And for the application, you start your application and you need to upload for us letter of motivation, your degree with official transcripts. If you don't have them full, all transcripts, you just upload the actual transcripts that you have. But usually in July, most of the students, you already have the full transcripts. Then your passport, your ID picture that will be used for your student card, proof of English proficiency. So regarding the test of English, it's not mandatory in two cases. If you're a native speaker and if you have passed all of your 3 years of bachelor in English, so in these cases it's waived for you. But if not, we ask you to pass TOEFL or IELTS or Cambridge for B2 results. And then during the application, you pay the application fee, and then we receive your documents. We check that everything in order, and we plan the interview. So usually the interviews are made in 3 days later as you have made your application. Then we send you a list of questions to prepare for your interview, and then you will get results. Usually every Friday, students receive the results after the admission jury. And the total process takes 2 weeks. So we it's really fast, and we try to make it as soon as possible for you to also to give you results whether you're admitted or not. And Camille, can we go to the next slides? So yeah, here is just my contact details. You can contact me by email or calling this number. And we can also make on our website, if you go, you can always book with me a private session to discuss your situation, to see what your options are, or to answer all of other questions. And also just to let you know that we can do the campus visit together. So again, we can schedule the time. If you're visiting French Riviera right now, it's very hot, but if you plan your vacations here, I think it could be a good opportunity to come just to visit us, our facilities, how it's really done to feel the atmosphere here. And of course, all of our social media. I recommend you to follow our LinkedIn because it's very active, and you can also see many of our students. Most of the time, they share their experience of volunteering experience or of their sharing their internship experience. So you just can check a little bit of what you can do in a year from now, for example. Or Instagram. On Instagram, you will just see more student life. We have student associations and many events. So thank you, Camille. I think we don't have any slides to share, right? We are finished, and
Yep.
we can proceed with the questions. So the first question would be if, for example, would be what kind of the career opportunities in general the program can provide.
So once again, what I mentioned before, of course, you're just at the beginning of your career. So you will start on the junior position. Don't be expecting that you will become as soon as possible, like in 2 months, the team manager of the Alpine or whatever racing team. So be prepared also that sport industry requires a lot of motivation, engagement, and patience. But nevertheless, we have the students. We have the student that done an amazing career. They are, for example, just. I mean, I can tell you a lot about our alumni. But I mentioned, for example, one of our cases that like the student who graduated and then 10 years after, she's teaching. She's the manager in the Wasserman, managing the F1 team management. So this is something that's real career cases. We have the student that, for example, joined in Monaco, the Mediax company, and she's working there already for 8 years, managing the sport welfare. We have the student that started their internship in ATP 3 years ago. Then, yeah, 2 years ago, I would say. Then moved after ATP to Red Bull, and nowadays managing the social media of the Red Bull. We have the student that was doing internship in ATP and they stayed there. We have the student 4 years ago. It was nice because we did our field trip in London, as I mentioned before, in March, and we had the opportunity to organize a very nice networking moment, and we invited a lot of our alumni there. But what I wanted to mention that we have we've been lucky to welcome two our alumni. They graduated 4 years ago, and both are working in London with the F1. So one working in the marketing part, managing the relation with the marketing agency, managing the relation with the F1, and another one working in the Williams racing team. Everything is possible. Be motivated. The students who are motivated, who are engaged, who knows what they want to do, and that they are ready also to be patient, to work hard, they get a very good results in terms of the career opportunities. So the only thing that it's important that in sport industry, it's quite rare if you are sitting in your house, you are not moving, you are not doing any experiential learning, you are just waiting that something comes in your hands. That's something that won't happen. Sport industry, it's still competition, it's still sport, it's still engagement. Everything about sport, it's only this. So you need to have the skills to perform well in terms of career.
Yeah, thank you, Camille. It's I think it was the meat, the main part, what everyone wants to get, but at least maybe majority. So, we have another question. It's what? Thank you, Disha, for this question. What is the criteria for merit-based scholarship? So, first of all, yes, we have the scholarship, and all the students you can apply for the scholarship. It covers 10 to 15%. Not everything, but still some nice bonuses. And what is the criteria? So as soon when you start your application, you have passed interview and you receive the results from us, you can already apply for the scholarship. In this case, you request scholarship file from me and I send you. There you will see that you need to write essay, you need to have a cover recommendation letter from maybe from your professor or from the manager for a company you worked with. And then you list to us all of your achievements, what you have done, CV, and write essay. So you will see the criteria. I would say the students who prepare well, who read about read about our university and understand the specificness of Monaco and why to study sport business exactly here, and who show good motivation. Usually those students really get the scholarship and really proceed super well during the program and then in the future as alumni. So I hope it answers question. If there anything more,
Maybe I can add that the application, if I'm not wrong, the application for the scholarship comes after the acceptance of the admission letter. So you are passing through the admission process, and when you're accepted, am I right?
yes.
You applying for the scholarship.
Yes,
Just a small point. Yes.
yes. So when you passed your interview, we give you results of admissions, you accept it, and then you can start your application for the scholarship. So very good question. Another question is what kind of student association, what clubs, what societies do you have? So it's a very big part of the student life. And so our students run the student association, and we have club, financial association, we have entrepreneurship club, we have luxury club, we have sport club, and many sport activities within this club. We have luxury, we have also art society, we have charity club, we have cheerleader society, cheerleader club. In terms of this sport, any sport you can.
Motorsport.
Huh?
Motorsport club. That's important.
Motorsport.
Motorsport club. Equestrian society. We have food, we have tennis, we have golf. I mean, I think everything, like all possible sports, we have the kind of clubs or society or the activity, proposed activity.
Yes, rugby. So any sport you can imagine, you can find it here. Yes.
And we organize also I think it's for the second year, we organize a ski trip with the student association. Very nice. Very challenging for the professors, but very nice for the students.
Yes. Yeah, it's done when it's I believe it's end of December, after when the holidays start, right?
No, it's February.
It's
That's
February.
the period of in France we are saying ski break. So
Yeah, February.
Yeah.
So yes, so you still have any questions? If you was hesitating, it's still your window opportunity to ask it right now, or just come back to me later, for example. I have, Camille, I have really one of the most often questions that interests everyone. It's how to get volunteering opportunities. For example, we in Formula One, in Formula E, with tennis Rolex. So how usually it happens?
Okay, very good question. When we're talking about volunteer activity and opportunity during your master, I always think to the student that it's cherry on the cake. It's definitely not to everyone. You need to show your motivation. You need to show your engagement. And you are not choosing your positions and you're not choosing your events. You're applying when I announce, when I give you the information, share the information about the event, and then potential positions, but only after the interview with the company or with me, it can be decided which kind of position you will be taking. So it's not an open bar. So you need to be prepared that some of the positions won't be so amazing. But once again, you remember what I mentioned at the beginning. In sport industry, even if your position is the smallest one within the event management, you need to understand that your position is an important position and your engagement seen by others as well. So it's very important to be motivated, engaged, and respect the work conditions that are proposed by the company. So the process is quite easy, I would say. There is an event organized in Monaco. We have the partnership. You're applying. We make a selection with the company. It can happen that this is the event that some of the events I am doing the selection by myself. So you need to also to be aware that your performance in class, it's also can be affect your selection, because I mean, if you struggle in class, then I don't want to add the additional pressure on you by adding some additional activities. So in this case, we will avoid this. But in general, what we have that for some of the events, we have a lot of candidacy, but at the same time, we have a very reduced number of positions. So that's why I'm talking a lot about engagement, repeating it like the same words, engagement, motivation, but it's true that this is the most important thing that you need to show when you're applying for this kind of events. So for the sport business management, all our partnership that we have, it's not written in the stone. Every year we're negotiating the conditions. Every year we're adding some activities. It can happen that if our student, that's also important because we are talking about reputation, about the partnership. So if our student don't perform well, we can have kind of problematic relationship with our partner. So that's why for us, it's important also to select good students, engaged, motivated. Again, I'm repeating the same
Mhm.
word every time. I need to find another synonym for these words.
No, no, no,
Uh,
this is the best.
so we cover several events, like 2, 3 during fall semester. We have around 5 events during spring semester. Once again, when you enter the program, no one can promise you that you will do all these events. It can happen that you will do only one in fall, one in spring. The only thing that I'm trying to, let's say, promise, I don't like this word, but um, give you as an opportunity the participation to the event at least once per year. But once again, everything is it's everything about you. It's everything how you perform in the program, in the team relationship, in their attitude in the university, outside of the university. All these aspects you need to think about. So I have some students that cover all events through the year. So I mentioned 8 or 9. So they will cover all these 9 events, and others will do only one. But this is the reality of in general, the reality of the market. You won't be able to secure an internship or a job position if you are not engaged, if you are not good in what you are doing. But at the same time, this is also kind of a reputational risk that we are taking on us because we are placing our students and we won't be sure that they perform well. So if you want to participate to the events, you need to be performant. You need to outperform. You need to show everything during the year, and then it will happen.
Yes, yes, yeah. Thank you, Camille, because it's a very important aspect to consider, and also, as probably you students, you can see that it's a lot of about networking. And I remember that our career center, we organize also a lot of networking trainings, so you be better at it. You will learn it. It's okay to be shy in the beginning, but you will learn it because we organize many events where you meet recruiters, you meet program directors, you meet professionals, etc., etc.
But networking, the skills, the networking skills, it's one of the most important thing in general, like in all industries. So this is something that, yeah, you will be able to experience this during the
Yes,
program.
yes, yes. So thank you, Camille. We have answered all the questions, and I believe you have contact, so you can always reach out, come back to us, and we can wish the great evening. And we hope to see everyone soon in the campus. Yes.
Thank you, Alexandra. Guys, thank you for being here, and enjoy your summer as well. That's the time.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Alexandra.
Thank you. Thank you, Camille, and thank you, everyone.